Today we're going to make some blueberry muffins, okay? What I've done here is I've made a couple in a bun tin and I've made a couple, well actually 3, in these rather cute sort of cases. So that's what they look like. The blueberries explode and it's wonderful. As ever, before we start, yes, we're going to go wash our hands, put on a clean apron, always the same. Oh, big squirt there, big rub here. Get the hands lovely and clean, use warm water. Get lovely, lovely clean hands. Dry them off, put on an apron to protect you, to protect the food, and to keep everything lovely and clean and germ-free. Okay, so very simple. You don't have to use blueberries. You could use raspberries, strawberries, you could use any berries, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to use blueberries, all right? So, you need butter, you need caster sugar, you need baking powder, you need eggs. I'm going to do a 1 egg mix, but you're going to use 2 eggs if you want to make a larger quantity. There's vanilla extract. You could use vanilla essence. Extract is more expensive, better flavour, but it doesn't really matter. You can use essence. Self-raising flour. If you don't have self-raising flour, it doesn't matter. You can always use plain flour, but remember to use the baking powder. Okay? You don't need a lot of equipment. Measuring scales if you're going to measure out the 100 grams. All right? A timer is useful, definitely, to time them. Plastic spatula, you don't have to have that. A separate egg bowl is a good idea. A mixing bowl, a teaspoon, a dessert spoon, and a fork. And a colander to wash the fruit. You might need a chopping board and you might need a sharp knife if the fruit is very, very big. But I didn't need one because I'm using fresh blueberries. Okay, so in the bowl here, it's a warm day today, so my margarine, actually this is butter, has melted. So it just makes it a little bit easier. What I'm going to do to that is I'm going to add 2 nice spoonfuls of sugar, like that. I'm not measuring things, but when you do this at home, if you do the 100 gram, excuse me, mixture, then you'll need to measure it. So you want to mix that really well until it goes light and fluffy, okay? I'm going to add my baking powder now, a little pinch. Before I forget, I'm going to use a little bit of the vanilla extract. I'm just going to pour that in through the lid, and I'm going to pop that back on. I'm going to mix that up. Then in a separate bowl, and this does matter, I'm going to crack the egg, all right? I crack the egg on the work surface into the bowl. A lovely egg, lovely yolk there. Then I'm taking the fork and I'm going to whisk that up, making it all lovely and bubbly. Okay, remember, if you want a muffin that is light and fluffy, then you want loads and loads of bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to now start to marry them all together. All right, I've done the baking powder, I've done the sugar, I've done the butter, I've done the vanilla essence, or as I've got the extract. So now I'm going to take a lovely handful of the blueberries. Again, you can make it as blueberry as you like. All right, and I'm going to mix it in. Now, I'm not going to mix it too hard because I don't want to break up the muffins, the blueberries, because I want the blueberries to explode in the muffin cases, all right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to whisk up my egg, pour it in, all right? I'm then immediately going to start adding 2 spoonfuls of flour, all right? And then I'm going to mix it up. Now, what you might want to do, because the mixture will be different depending on how much fruit you use, is do about 2 dessert spoonfuls of flour with the blueberries, and then see if the consistency's right. And then you can always add a little bit more flour. I'm a bit lucky here because the consistency is spot on, but that was just luck. So when I hold it up, the mixture doesn't want to fall. So that's the consistency you're looking for. The reason you want it a bit thicker is because the blueberries have a lot of moisture in them and they're going to explode. So then into your container, I'm only going to fill it that full because I don't want it to rise up and overflow. So it's about 3/4 full. All right, so I might have actually given that one a bit too much. All right, but you could also do this in a muffin tin if you don't have those sort of cupcake or the muffin containers. It doesn't really matter. So that mixture, that 1 egg mixture has made 3 beautiful muffins. So if you did the 2 egg mixture with 100 grams, I reckon you should have 6 muffins. And then they're going to go off into the oven for probably about 20 minutes, not much more than that, to bake. And then you will end up with them coming out. This one has obviously been taken out of its case, but this is what they'll look like. Yum!